Hi boys and girls, how are you today? I have another little animal friend here. Do you know what this is? It's pink and has a curly little tail and a little snout. That's right, it's a pig. And a baby pig is called a piglet. Today I want to read you one of my favorite stories. It's called If You Give a Pig a Pancake. And it's by Laura Numeroff. Let me get my glasses so I can see. If you give a pig a pancake, she'll want some syrup to go with it. You'll give her some of your favorite maple syrup. She'll probably get all sticky, so she'll want to take a bath. She'll ask you for some bubbles. When you give her the bubbles, she'll probably ask you for a toy. You'll have to find your rubber duck. The duck will remind her of the farm where she was born. She might feel homesick and want to visit her family. She'll want you to come too. She'll look through your closet for a suitcase. Then she'll look under your bed. When she's under the bed, she'll find your old tap shoes. She'll try them on. She'll probably need something special to wear with them. When she's all dressed, she'll ask for some music. You'll play your very best piano piece, and she'll start dancing. Then she'll want you to take her picture. So you'll have to get your camera. When she sees the picture, she'll ask you to take more. Then she'll want to send one to each of her friends. You'll have to give her some envelopes and stamps and take her to the mailbox. On the way, she'll see the tree in your backyard. She'll want to build a tree house. So you'll have to get her some wood, a hammer, and some nails. When the tree house is finished, she'll want to decorate it. She'll ask for wallpaper and glue. When she hangs the wallpaper, she'll get all sticky. She'll probably ask you for some syrup. And chances are, if she asks you for some syrup, she'll want a pancake to go with it. I have a song for us today about pancakes, and I want to teach it to you. In this song, they actually have some different words that they use for pancakes. They call them flapjacks. Can you say flapjacks? That's right, flapjacks. And they're going to ask us to flip the pancakes. They're going to ask us to put our palms up, and when they tell us to flip, we have to listen for the sound. We're going to flip them over. And then when you hear the flipping sound, we're going to flip them back. Do you think you can do it? I think you can. Let me turn it on and we'll give it a try. Can you help me?
Making pancakes is easy. You can even use a mix. The tricky part is flipping them over. It takes a lot of practice. Why don't we practice right now? Turn both of your hands palm up, and when I count to 3, flip them over so your palms are facing the floor. Ready? Palms up. 1, 2, 3, flip. Very good. Now, when you hear the flipping sound, flip your flapjacks along with me, okay?
Ready?
Some people call them pancakes. Some people call them hot stacks. Some people call them griddle cakes. Me, I call them flapjacks. No matter what you call them, flapjack flippers, let's try something a little more challenging. Flip 'em high, flip 'em low, flip 'em fast, flip 'em slow, flip 'em front, flip 'em back. Now you're flipping the flapjack, flipping the flapjack, flipping the flapjack, flipping the flapjack, flip, flip, flipping the flapjack.
Good job. You did really well remembering when to flip. It was kind of tricky, wasn't it? Now, I thought it would be fun today if we made some pancakes. Do you know how to make pancakes? Well, first we need a recipe. And I've got my recipe right here. It's going to tell me all the ingredients I need. So I'm going to bring this over because it has my ingredients in it. I'm going to gather up my supplies. I've got my mixing bowl and I've got all my ingredients. Do you know what these things are? These are measuring spoons and they come in all different sizes. So when I read my recipe, the first thing I need is 1 cup of flour. So I'm going to scoop up a cup of flour and I'm going to pour it in my bowl. Is that flour a powder, a liquid, or a solid? What is it? Oh, you're right. It's a powder. Now it says I need 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Do you know what baking powder does? It makes the pancakes fluff up. If we don't put that in, they won't get very fluffy. 1 teaspoon. Then it says we need a 1/2 tablespoon of sugar. So here's my sugar, and we put that in. Then it says I need a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. See how this one's smaller than the sugar I put in? So here's my salt. A little bit of salt. Put that in. Then it says I need 3/4 cup of milk. The milk is a liquid. Watch. There we go. Then it says I need a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. Look at that. That's a really small spoon compared to the other one. So we pour in some vanilla. All right. And then it says I need 1 tablespoon of butter. Now when you get butter in a stick, it looks like this. It's kind of solid, isn't it? But that won't mix up very well. So I melted it in my microwave and I turned the butter into a liquid. All right. Now we've got to stir our ingredients up. What do you think's going to happen to the powdery flour when we mix it in with the milk? Can you see what's happening to it? Look, we've got to mix it around. Can you help me count? How many times do you think it's going to take to get it all mixed up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Still kind of lumpy. We better keep mixing. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. What do you think? Does it look pretty good? You know what? I forgot one of my ingredients. I'm looking at my recipe and I need one more thing. I'm going to have to go get it out of my refrigerator. Do you know what I forgot? The eggs. And that's an important part of the recipe. We only need 1 egg. So we're going to crack it open And in it goes. Now we're gonna have to do some more mixing to mix that egg up. What color is that egg? That's right, it's yellow, isn't it? A really bright yellow. We're gonna mix it around. Now our batter's getting smoother. Now it doesn't have as many lumps because we got the egg in there. And the egg is also kind of liquidy, isn't it? All right, now we've got it all ready. Can we eat them now? What? Oh, you mean I have to cook them first? Okay. Well, we're going to cook them in my electric skillet. You might cook them on top of your stove, but you know how at school, how we make things sometimes in electric skillets? Well, I've got one right here. And it says we need to melt a little bit of butter so the pancakes won't stick to the pan. Now look, this electric skillet is turned on so it's hot. So what does that mean if you're making pancakes at home? Are you allowed to do it all by yourself? No, you have to have a grown-up to help you because we don't want you to get burned because this is very, very hot. I'm gonna drop the butter in. What do you think is going to happen to this butter that's kind of solid when I drop it in to the hot skillet? Oh my goodness, what is happening? Is it starting to melt? Look at the bubbles in there. You can see how it's bubbling up and it's melting because the pan is so hot. Now once we get our butter melted, we get to put our pancakes in. All right. What sound is it making? Do you hear it? Is it sizzling? I think it is. All right, so here's my pancake batter and it's all ready. So we're gonna put some in the pan and see if we can make some pancakes. Okay, put it in the butter. We're gonna let it start cooking. Okay, remember in the song what they said about the tricky part is knowing when to flip the pancakes? So they're sizzling in the pan, but you have to be really patient. They're not ready to flip yet. Do you know how we know when they're ready to flip? On the top, they're gonna bubble and get little tiny holes. And when they get little tiny holes all over the top, that's when we flip them. Now, I used all these ingredients to make my pancakes from scratch. But there's another way you can make pancakes. If you have a box of pancake mix, that's what this is. It already has everything in it, and all you have to do is add a little bit of water to the mix. So if you happen to have pancake mix at home, you can do that to make your pancakes. Look, it looks the same as the flour. It's powdery. See? And it already has the egg in it and the baking soda powder and the sugar and the vanilla. You just add a little bit of water and mix it up, and then you can put it in the pan too. All right, I don't know. I think our pancakes might be getting close to ready. Do you see any bubbles on the top yet? I see a few are starting to bubble. Who remembers our song about flipping? Maybe we can sing our song while we're waiting. Can you help me?
People like 'em golden, some people like 'em brown. Some people pour on syrup until those flapjacks drown. No matter how you like 'em, here's a little tip. When they're done on one side, all you gotta do is flip. Flip 'em high, flip 'em low, flip 'em fast, flip 'em slow, flip 'em front, flip 'em back. Now you're flipping.
All right, I see some bubbles on top. I think we better get our spatula and see if we can flip them. All right, here goes the first one. Flip. Ooh, look at there. Here goes the second one. Flip. See how they just got a little bit brown on top? Here goes the third one. Flip. And now we're just gonna let them cook on this side and they will be done. Yum, they smell so good. Do you like pancakes? I love pancakes. What do you like to put on top of your pancakes? I like to put syrup on my pancakes, and this is called maple syrup. It's really good. While we're waiting for the pancakes to finish cooking, we gotta be really patient. I wanted to show you one more thing in the book. Do you remember in the story how Pig took pictures and he mailed them to his friends? Well, maybe you would like to mail something to your friends. Do you miss some of your friends at school? So if you don't have a picture of yourself to mail, maybe you could draw a picture and put it in an envelope with a stamp and mail it to your friends, just like Pig did when he mailed letters to his friends. Do you think that might be a good idea? I do. All right, I think our pancakes are ready. Got my plate here, and I'm gonna scoop them out. 1, 2, 3. And then we just need to put some syrup on top, don't we? All right, let's put a little syrup on top of our pancakes. I've got a little jar of syrup right here. Does that look good? Yum. All right. I hope you get to make some pancakes at your house, boys and girls. See you later. Bye-bye.